Hey YouTube, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a good weekend out there, holiday weekend here in the States, albeit a much different 4th of July than most years. I always kind of have kind of bad flashbacks to them because I've worked for so many holidays. I used to bartend and bartended on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Holidays were nasty, and I worked at a place that was just so busy that, like, on the 4th of July holiday, you just probably did about 4 or 5 doubles in a row. So anyhow, today I want to talk about following a raw food diet, plant-based diet for serious health issues. Hey guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then be sure you click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Oh, and also too, before anybody gets in deep into this video, there's some people watching YouTube that their time is very crucial. I had some old dude watch an old video of mine the other day and he was pissed that I didn't get to it quicker. But anyhow, no, I just wanted to say that this isn't like a protocol video. This isn't going to be like, okay, if you have this, you need to do this, this, and this. This is just kind of talking in my general philosophy on this subject, because I get a lot of questions about particular health issues. Oh, and one other thing too, another disclaimer. I never give medical advice, and I'm not saying, I'm never even asserting. I'm just saying, just talking from my experience on things and just my personal perspective on things. So I'm not ever wanting to be like I'm giving medical advice, always run the stuff by your doctor if you have something serious going on. But I think in general, it behooves us all to be involved. Like I think sometimes, like if I had a serious health issue, well, I wouldn't want to just go to a doctor and just completely put myself in his hands. I would want to educate myself. And this is where I'm always talking about. When you have a serious health issue and people reach out to me and ask me questions, number one, you have to become a researcher. That's what I mean, if tomorrow, if I had, and we're talking various things all the way up to the big, cancer, people that already have heart disease. We got diabetes. We've got all kind of gut, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. We've got autoimmune disorders. There's just so many different things that people ask about. And if I had any of those, I can tell you one thing. I would be researching. I'd be researching everything my doctor told me to take, gave me every protocol. And I would also be researching on what I could do if there was no diet part involved from your doctor. I would go ahead, be looking to see what I could do food-wise with that. That's how I got started on this thing in the first place. Not because I had a serious health issue, but I thought I might possibly, because of the lifestyle I had led, that might be something that I have to deal with in the future. So I kind of wanted to start heading it off. So I started looking to food as sort of a medicine to undo the damage that I had done. I get the second part of the first part. You need to be a researcher, but yes, reach out to people. Reach out to people if if you're diabetic and you have type 2 diabetes and you don't know whether you should be eating fruit or not. You don't know if you can follow a plant-based diet. You don't know what version of a plant-based diet or the things that you need to eat and not eat to do this lifestyle. Same thing with all of these things. Now, when people reach out to me, I'm like, okay, you're not thinking real clearly there. You didn't think this out a lot. I've told you guys ever since I've been doing this channel, I am relatively healthy, or as far as I know, nothing unless there's a ticking time bomb inside, nothing, I don't have any serious issues. I didn't have any serious issues going into this. Knock on wood. I've lived a rather charmed life, which scares me because I'm an odds guy. I believe in the numbers. And when you've been, when you've been as healthy as I've been for so long, it's like, okay, when does your time come up? But no, I had none of that. I've enjoyed, been blessed with good health, except for the stuff that in other words, like things that I put into my body that made me feel bad, mostly in the short term, but long term I've been good. Point I'm getting around to here is, if you're, just for example, if you had cancer, if you have ulcerative colitis, if you have Crohn's or whatever, even if I was a lot more educated on this lifestyle than I am, as always remember, I'm not book learned. I don't book learn on this stuff. I just I research on my own. When it makes sense to me, I apply it, and then I dump the information. I'm not sitting around going, okay, well, if you have this, you should probably do blah, 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 blah. But even if I was, or even if I was more knowledgeable, and I look at a lot of raw vegan, plant-based people that are very knowledgeable, way more knowledgeable than me, 10 times more knowledgeable than me, I still wouldn't go to those people. I still wouldn't go to those people. And this is not me throwing shade at them whatsoever, but if you're going to talk to somebody about a raw food diet, healing a serious health issue, or just a plant-based diet doing a serious health issue, do a little research on YouTube, do a little research on social media, and find a person that has the particular health issue that you're looking at. Like, you find somebody that's got diabetes type 2, and you find somebody that's either, they've reversed diabetes to where they're not on medication anymore. In other words, you just find somebody that's got experience in the subject of what you're looking for. That's the best source right there. And I don't see people doing that. What do people do? They just go put out the mass cattle call. They go into a Facebook group, or they go into a forum, and they're like, does anybody in here know what I should do with this? I'm like, that's the biggest shit show in the world, because yeah, everybody in there thinks they do. Everybody wants to get a little attention. Everybody's got the answer. There's a lot of know-it-alls out there. So now you've got to wade through all this stuff. Your Facebook group, maybe 25 people said, well, you should follow this. You should look at this guy. You should eat like this. You should eat like that. And it's just like there's nothing, it's just wild. You don't know where to go. You don't know which advice to take. So find somebody that's had that health issue that you've had, and that has had success in either reversing it or either just at least stopping it. What do they call it? I forget words sometimes. Remission. Sometimes, like, maybe you don't heal Crohn's, maybe you don't heal ulcerative colitis, but it's sort of in remission where it's not bothering you. So find somebody, instead of just reaching out to the people you consider experts or your gurus or whatever, reach out to some people that have had the particular health issue. Doesn't that just make sense? Okay, I've done, like, here's task A over here. I've done task A. I've done this before. Here's a guy that's maybe read a lot about it. You do the math. Even if the guy that's read a lot about it might be a little bit smarter than the one that did it, who do you go to? I always go to somebody that's got more experience in something. I like to go direct there. So that's just kind of my 2 cents worth on this subject. And that's why, sometimes it's via here. Somebody will ask something about a serious health issue, and I kind of just give a nice, I don't address that. I get asked questions, like I say, I don't answer those questions. Now, when it's a DM to me, like on an Instagram or Twitter or something like that, I will just answer directly, and I'll basically just tell them what I just told you here. It's like, no, I can't help you with this. I've got no information on that. I try to be as honest as possible. I just don't trust these people that they know what to do with everything. The health coaches, the detox specialist, all these people with titles and whatever. I go to somebody that's experienced it. Anyhow, just my 2 cents worth on that. And this just kind of a little quick one today. Just wanted to connect with you. So if you like this one, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. And I will see you again in a couple of days. Have a great week. Love you. Peace.